Yo, so a little while ago, DJ Akademiks went off on a stream about Charlemagne giving him the runaround about coming on his show after he had been on Charlemagne's show, this, that, and the other. And Charlemagne has finally responded to this whole thing. But let's just backtrack on what DJ Akademiks had to say.
Call it what y'all want. Maybe I'm drunk. Charlemagne. Back in the day, something going on with me and Joe. Yo, act, pop up. Yeah, I'm on the show with Joe. Let's do it. Brilliant. And I gotta do it. I had a podcast done for 2 years. Yo, Charlemagne, when you free? Keep it a beat with y'all. I don't care. I see Charlemagne with a hater that he signed, but I can't get him on my podcast. I've been begging him for like a year. Whenever you free, bro. Whenever. I've been on Andrew Schultz twice. Now I feel away. Facts.
And so this is what Charlemagne had to say in response to this rant.
Salute to Ack, though.
Shout out Ack.
I'm going to do Ack's podcast, man.
Yes, come on. Oh, you are? Why it took you so long to do it,
He
man?
never asked me.
Come on, bro.
He did.
Charlotte.
Yo, can I just say something? Hold on.
He went on live, ranted, saying that he asked you many times.
That's not true.
Ack, I just want to say this. I've been doing flagrant for how long?
6, 7 years.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
It took me 6 or 7 years.
Wait, Schultz definitely asked me way more than Ack.
That's the closed mouth don't get fed lesson right there. Like, you got to open your mouth and say something if you want something. You know what I'm saying? And you have to open it constantly. 5. You know what I'm saying? But he did that. And after 6, 7 years, unfortunately it took so long, he got the results he wanted.
Ack might have asked me one time, like when it first launched. And I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's got to be some follow-up. And I told him 2 weeks ago, reach out to this person. Let's make it happen. I ain't heard back.
Boom.
I ain't heard back yet.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
So there you go.
I'm definitely down to do Act podcast. I also just don't like to do podcasts unless I'm like.
If you're not an old white lady, he's not coming to do your podcast, bro. If Judy
down to do Act podcast, I actually look forward to it.
Did you see that?
I want to drink with Act.
You got some Henny?
Yeah, no, I don't drink Henny. I'm gonna drink some tequila, but I want to drink with Act. I want me and Act to have the same conversations we have in private that we have publicly.
So see how it went from he never asked me to he might have asked me once or twice. And then y'all are cool enough that y'all call each other and talk at length at, 30-minute, hour conversations, however, about certain topics. And so Akademiks, I'm sure, is confused. Like, why is it that easy for us to talk at length on the phone, but I can't get you to pull up as easy as I pulled up on you? You won't just pull up on me like I pulled up on you. You know what I'm saying? What's so hard about that? Especially when you claim you want to do my show. Why do you then third party me to go schedule it and do it up when we talk direct all the time? Like, tell me when we gonna pull up, bro.
That is the one thing I saw on the internet. That is the one narrative I really despise. I hate how people try to make an issue between me and Akademiks. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's very, 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 very whack. And I can't even believe Ack would even feed into that in any way, shape, or form.
Because you like Ack.
He should, of course I do.
Yes.
But the thing is, I think a lot of times with media personalities, and this has always been my pet peeve, just me speaking from my OG perspective, I do not like when you're having an interview with somebody, right? Somebody's a guest on your platform. If that person has an opinion about something or somebody, you cannot hold me accountable for it.
For their opinion.
No. That's the same thing. That was the situation with me and Angela Yee, right? Like,
what happened with that?
Well, with the Gucci Man thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Gucci had an opinion about Yee and Envy. You know what I mean? I'm just interviewing Gucci. I didn't bring it up. I didn't ask him about it. You know what I mean? Right. You can't hold me accountable for that, even if we do have a relationship. That's not right.
Listen, I agree with Charlemagne on this sentiment, but he doesn't hold the interviewer point of view most times. Most times he'll switch from being an interviewer to giving his opinion quick and no fat, like in a hurry. If an artist say they got the hottest album ever and this, that, he'll quickly be like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Especially the old Charlemagne. Y'all remember the Lil Mama interview? I don't even think she said nothing about being pretty. He immediately just started going in on her, telling her how she looked like a dude and all of this in the face. Like, unnecessary, right? So when you are doing an interview, if you're something you disagree with, you're still going to give your opinion and defend it if you think it's necessary. And to be fair, in the podcast that he did with Loon, the interview that Akademiks was talking about, he did defend Akademiks. I think maybe he didn't defend Angela Lee because some of that stuff was true that ended up coming out. Like you saw the receipts of her flirting with Gucci Mane and all of that stuff. But then maybe Charlemagne agreed with some of the derogatory things that Gucci Mane was saying about Angela Yee, so he just laughed it off and didn't defend her. I don't know what the reason, but I don't know.
Because there's been plenty of times people have gone on platforms, said things about me. I've never looked at the person who hosts that platform. And we all, as media personalities, I keep telling y'all this over and over, if you can't take it, don't dish it. It's really that simple. Because the same way we have opinions about everybody, people are going to have opinions about you. Bottom line, point blank, period. And everything. Trust me, most of those opinions you're not going to want to hear.
I saw him complaining that you didn't give any pushback to what Loon was saying.
I thought I was.
And to be fair, in the podcast that he did with Loon, the interview that Akademiks was talking about, he did defend Akademiks. And so he's right on it. If you can't take it, don't dish it. Like, because Ak gives it out, definitely. But then I got to say this too, though. When they was making fun of Ak for not many people showing up at the Roots picnic when he did his podcast thing, he ate that. He owned it and he ate it. He was like, yo, it wasn't how they was trying to make it seem like it was just 8 people there. But yeah, he was like, I didn't set it off. It wasn't a lot of people there. You know what I'm saying? So he like, I'll be giving people stuff. Like, I'm going to take mine when it's my turn. So he ate that. So, it is what it is. But I think the difference in this situation and why this is, because we all got friends like this, right? That you be like, oh, I did for you, you can't do for me, right? I ain't talking about the famous one. I'm talking about in the hood. The homeboy car go down. They, oh man, I need a ride to work. You know what? I got you. You get him a ride to work for 2 months. Man, just get every day, man. Just give me $5 or something. Give me some peanuts, man. Pick you up, take you back to work, or to pick you up from work, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then your car go down. 6 months later, they doing good now. They got a car and everything. Your car go down. You didn't pick them up for 2-3 months straight. Now your car go down after 2 weeks. It started to get different on them phone calls. They don't even want to pick up the phone no more. Hello? What's up, man? What you need, a ride again? Like, dog, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You forgot? But you don't say nothing. You just, I need a ride, man. You know my car's still down. All right, man. I'm on the way, man. Be ready, man. Be outside on the porch. Whole time there's a hurricane outside going on. Be outside on the porch. I ain't sitting outside waiting on you, dog. Hey, my man, that's how we doing this. It make you say never mind, because if you like me, you be like, well, I don't care if they charge me $1,000 for an Uber right now. I will happily jump in it before I jump in the car with you again, because people forget so quickly how kind and how much love you showed them. And they have no intention of showing you that love back. You know what I'm saying? So we all know the sentiment of doing for somebody and not getting done the way that you did for them. But I think Charlemagne views this a bit different, because I think Charlemagne is the big fish. So he was the first one who gave Ak a chance when Ak was a smaller guy. Like, he did Ak's first interview. So I think that still remains in his head. Like, to this day, that's where they still stand. Which Charlemagne is still, in this day and age, bigger than Ak. Even though they all are up there. Like, Ak is up there too. Even though they do 2 totally different things, Ak is still up there. But I think the problem is Charlemagne wants some money for this. Like, but he may be not saying that. But that's why he's third party in them. That's why when they be on the phone, they be like, oh man, you gonna do my money? You be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it for sure. Call such and such and we gonna put it together. He's telling him to call such and such because I believe it's some money that he's gonna demand to be exchanged before he do it. Because other than that, if you was just doing it quid pro quo or whatever, or you was just pulling up on your homie like, yo, I'm about to look out, man. I'm about to come through and do your show. You came and did my show. Then it wouldn't be all of that, I don't think. Other than trying to get the schedules right, this, that, and the other. But if you was just trying to get the schedules right, Charlemagne could easily make that call to his people and be like, hey, man, what I got on the schedule, this, that, and the other. Okay, whatever I got on the schedule, find some time in the next week or 2 for me to do this with Ak. Okay, you slotted me? Okay, cool. We in this time slot. Call Ak. You call Ak back just like you did when you called him to talk about this, that, or the other, and it's done. But I think the reason that isn't happening is because Charlemagne is still thinking like, I'm the big fish. If I'm gonna come through and do this, I mean, when you came through to do it for me, I was doing you a favor. It's still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you came through to the Breakfast Club, that was me doing you a favor still. Charlemagne views this as. But I think, yeah, he's probably going to want some money to come and make the appearance on X Show. I don't know how much, but I think that's the disconnect. And so, it is what it is. Sometimes business can blur the lines of a friendship. That's probably why they say don't mix the two. Keep friendship and business separate, because when you mix them, it can get volatile. You know what I'm saying? But this your boy P Camp. Let me know what you think, but you don't think. Get at your boy.